Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. It's February 26th, about 5:30 in the morning on the West Coast, and let's talk some stocks. All right, so we're going to jump right into first Gamestop again. So I put out a tweet yesterday when it's fallen that after hours it really needed to hold this $100 level. I think that's just a big significance, being triple digits whether it falls or not. So right after the close, poked down below, got down to 94, moved off this 50 EMA on the hourly chart, and then today pre-market, we poked up here, tried to break through 130, couldn't get through it, pushed back down to this 115.95 area, but still you can see we do have this basically kind of positive momentum trend line. That's pretty bad drawing quickly, but right, so we do have a positive slope here pre-market. So we'll look to see if we can get this push on Friday. There are a ton of options expiring today, with it being the last Friday of the month. So obviously I think this is going to be a huge watch for the market again today, and then along with it AMC. So AMC kind of sold off a little bit more after market hours yesterday, but still pretty close around this 23 fib level. So if we go back to the daily, you can probably see where that one came from. Alright, so just the low to the high, and if we just go this way, you'll see there is kind of a low volume area here in the 7 to 6 range, but did find support. This 9 daily moving average is right at 722, so that's about where it found support last night as aftermarket close, right? So getting close down there, 748, so not terribly close, 20 cents, 3%, but getting up there, and then falling GameStop higher today, pushed up, and got to this 8.6 level, 200 200 unit 5 EMA for the 5-minute chart. So sold off that. That's usually, first time it touches that, it usually is a reversal signal. Right. So bears and bulls watch 200 as a long-term trend. So pushes lower, but we get some support here off the 50. Now looks like we're crawling up again. I've seen different videos out, people talking about AMC needs to close above $8 today for a lot of things that happen for options exercise prices. So we'll see if that if the diamond hands and buyers can come in and hold it up above 8, and if we get some fireworks going into the close today. So those are really the only Reddit stocks I'm going to watch today. Cost was sideways and lower, and I don't really think BlackBerry and Bed Bath Beyond Express are going to do much today. I think all eyes are just going to be on these two. So Workhorse had some news. It's here the last hour of the day. So a massive pop and halt. So low 15s, 17.5, poke 19.75. So apparently the congressional Democrats are going to let me look at the wording so I don't mess this up. Where was it at? They changed the news again. Okay, rally on a report of congressional Democrats moving to block the USPS Oshkosh deal. So obviously the whole bull thesis on Workhorse is them getting this USPS deal to basically make 165 million electric mail carriers. So obviously that was a huge blow to them, and rightfully so. But kind of sideways and lower here after market hours. But I mean, this just from when that news came out that they weren't getting the deal, obviously was beat way down. But we were above the close from Wednesday. So Wednesday, hit a high 16.23, closed at $15, and then the low yesterday was 15. So that's pretty bullish candle right here. Some people might say this is a 3-bar play, so huge engulfing bar down, or a big 3-bar down if you follow Ross Smith, inside bar, and then break at the top, move higher. So we'll look to see if this holds above that $15 area today. But there's this 38 fib at 17.25, but I think just from the big move, that kind of throws some of those things out the window. And as you see right now, we're trying to push that 17.25 right now, so maybe we'll come above it, come back, retest, and look to go higher. Other mover this morning, LIXT, so low float stock. So obviously big move right off the nighttime change, 1 a.m. hit 8.5, but apparently they're going to present its anti-cancer therapy enhancer LB100 at the H.C. Wainwright Global Life Science Conference. That's going to be held, March 9th and 10th, so 2 weeks. So kind of some pumpy PR, get this thing moving before they present. And it is a low float stock. It's got a float of 3.72 million. It's already traded 12.9 million in volume today. So that's almost 3 times its float. So could look for this thing to move, and you see just right here on the 5-minute, a lot of volume consolidating between 7.5 and 6.5. So look to see if this is a big mover for Friday. And then 2 other names that just moved on earnings. So SPCE, Virgin Galactic, kind of had been a favorite of mine. Back up here when it's trading up to the 60s, so this $50 range, I was scalping it up and down. But you see it rolled over real fast the last 2 weeks. So from 60 bucks down into 40, and it's sitting at, to go back to the 5-minute, down at 36 right now. So, what's that, 24 out of 60, so 40% move, in like 7 trading days. So that's a pretty massive move. I mean, they've had delays with launches due to weather and some other holdbacks, but their earnings came out yesterday, and they basically were in line, but that's not what the market wanted, so get a negative reaction out of it. And so if we go back to the daily just to see if we can find some support down here, looks like there is some support consolidating in the low 30s here, so we'll look to see if it can hold this area today. And then as well, SPCE, it has been heavily shorted too, so that is something to consider. And then another heavily shorted stock is Rocket Mortgage. I just looked at it's like 40% short right now, but their earnings came out and they were good, so it's got a little boost higher. As you can see, we're closed yesterday at 1990, now we're at 2313. So look to see if this can make a move higher. I probably should let's draw a fib real quick. So at 23.96, see if we can get above this 38 fib, right? So we do have some consolidation close to this $24 area, so we'll see if we can poke that here this morning. And then lastly, just because I've always been looking at it, basically the last videos for 2 weeks, Bitcoin. So talked about in the video after hours yesterday about not breaking 52, and just sold off really hard last night into this morning. So poked down, hit a new low for recently, right off 44K, so 44,151, and then now we're bounced back up to this 46. So we do have some previous resistance down here in the low 44s, so we'll look to see if this can keep moving higher. And if we just look at the daily, right, so pretty steep decline, kind of in line with the stock markets for today. But if this 44 area can't hold, this little blip right here, 3 days worth of consolidation here on the 44s, it might look to go lower down to the test 42. So rightfully so, all those crypto stocks you looked at, SOS, Can, Riot, eBang, they're all down today. I'm not going to bring up the charts for that to make this video shorter, but that's what I'm looking at this morning. Hope you all have a great Friday, and let's make some money today. We'll see you in the next one.